It's time for this week's Recruit Report. I'm here with 24/7 insider recruiter Alan Trieu. And this week, North Carolina has just offered sophomore quarterback Donald Tabron of Cass Tech. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, North Carolina is really trying to make an impact in the Midwest, and especially in Detroit. They have a commitment from Don's teammate, C.J. Sadler, so coming into 2 classes down and trying to recruit his quarterback. Don's obviously already recruited by the country. But that North Carolina name carries a little bit more weight right now with Bill Belichick there. I know they had a tough first week, but you have to think they're going to get things turned around. They are really prioritizing Detroit, so I would expect him to give them a look because of that and because of CJ's presence there. But it's going to be a little bit of a tough pull because he's got a lot of schools looking at him.
Yeah, he does. And after that week 1 performance, he really showed why he is a candidate to really have all these offers. And moving on here, Mr. Football candidate Leakin Watkins is committed to Kentucky, but there's been some rumors swirling about some other SEC schools trying to fit their name in the ring. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Tennessee came in with a late offer there towards in August. Auburn came in right after that. He hasn't visited either of those schools since the offer. He visited both of them prior to that, but he committed to Kentucky. Now they're coming in on him. He's going back to Kentucky this weekend, so that's a good sign for Kentucky to try to hold on to him. But it's going to be a little bit of a tough fight also. I know he really, really liked Tennessee, was hoping that offer would come more in June before he made his decision. Came in August, so he's going to have to think about some things. So Kentucky's going to have to hold on, but they're another school that's done really well in Michigan with guys like Deion Walker, Maxwell Harrison, DeAndre Square. So I think they have a good chance to hang on to him, but it's a little bit more dicey than maybe they expected.
Yeah, and then moving on into Big Ten country, Michigan State is expected to have a pretty busy weekend with talent on their campus. Who can we expect from Michigan to be on their campus this weekend?
Yeah, a lot of 27s and 28s and a lot of really good ones. I know Detroit King has Don Spillers, their 2-way athletes going up there, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, Jameer Henry, Harper Woods, safety, Jaden Evans is going to be up there, Jaden Bell from Brother Rice. And those are all guys that Michigan State has offered. And so those are all among the top 27s and 28s in the state. And so it's good to see that Michigan State staff really continue to establish their connections in Michigan and show that in-state recruiting is important since they came out from the West Coast. But I think they've by now very much established Detroit's important.
Absolutely. And last but not least, there's a Belleville prospect headed down to SEC country for a top 20 matchup. Not only is this interesting because of the matchup, Michigan versus Oklahoma, but this prospect has some ties to both teams. Elaborate on that for us.
Yeah, Belleville receiver Charles Britton, Trey, they call him Trey Britton. He's going down there and visiting Oklahoma this weekend. Oklahoma offered him in the summer, and they're going to be playing Michigan, obviously, and Bryce Underwood was his quarterback for 2 years. So some of the Oklahoma fans online have said, well, he's just going down there to see Bryce, but that's not true because Oklahoma has Deion Burks, who's a Belleville native and is a wide receiver, so Trey knows him. So he's going to see 2 guys that he knows very well. So he is considering Oklahoma. They have offered him. Obviously, I think those Michigan ties are going to be tough to beat, but I don't think this is a situation where he's going down there just to see Michigan.
Well, that wraps up this week's Recruit Report. He's Alan Trieu. I'm Grant Perry. Thank you guys for watching.